Okay, I think I'm in focus, you guys. Hey guys, Desperate Mermaid here, and I didn't really plan on vlogging today, but I'm feeling ranty. So, get ready, get a snack, get prepared, because I'm about to pop off, biatches. Okay, so why am I vlogging today? This is why. Let's see if you can hook us on it. Yeah! You see that? You see that? Yeah. My tooth broke on Monday. Now, if you're a spoonie like me and you're someone who has to take a lot of medications like this, you know that us spoonies get dry mouth real fast. And dry mouth is really bad for teeth. So, I'm not the luckiest with teeth already. So, my tooth broke on Monday. Right now it's Wednesday. And, of course, I freaked. Like anybody who is constantly like a spoonie like me, anything medical that goes wrong with me, I lose it. I have a lot of anxiety when it comes to medical procedures now, and going to the doctors and other shit like that. So yeah, I freaked. Patrick calmed me down, and he was able to get me into the dentist, because there was no way I was going to be able to get on the phone at that point. I was crying. I was upset. Because this is just something totally unexpected. The last couple days I gotten back up on my my pain. I got back on top of it, but with this it just, ugh. So anyways, we got over to the dentist, and they said, well, we can fit you in as an emergency or whatever, right? Now, this dentist's office is like a, do you guys know what Kaiser, I'm sure everybody knows what Kaiser Permanente is, right? Like structured healthcare, you know, where your health insurance provides the doctors, the facility, all that. You know, they pretty much tell you what you're doing. So that's my dental insurance. So, I'm not going to say the dental insurance. I don't want anybody coming after me, but maybe I will at the end. Or, hey, if you guys live in the Palm Springs area and you want to make sure you're not going to a shitty dentist, you can email me and ask, is this the dentist? Is this the dentist that you saw? Because I don't want to go there. Okay, anyway, so they have 3 different offices down in the Palm Springs area. And I went to the one closest to my house, on the east side of the valley. So, we went in there. They were able to get me in. We waited over an hour because I was being fitted in. And we get back there. And I'm a new patient. I hadn't used my insurance yet. So all they did was they went through my teeth and they looked and they're like, oh yeah, you're going to have that repaired or whatever, and go through my gums. And then at the end they're like, we're going to give you some amoxicillin and wait for the inflammation to go down before we can do a root canal and crown. And per se, how long does that take? You're going to have to wait 2 weeks with this. Not being able to eat. So first the diagnosis is I'm getting a root canal and a crown. So I'm already upset about that. And then they're telling me they can't do it that day. They're gonna send me home on antibiotics. I'm like, no. No. Like, what? I can't eat. My mouth hurts. Oh, well, we'll see if we can do the root canal today. And then they start telling me how, oh, well, we might not be able to do the root canal because we have one doctor that does root canals here and one that does the crown part. So, we need both those doctors, and the one that does the crown leaves at 6, and we have other people in front of you. So, you know what, I'm already upset because I want something done with my mouth today. I finally get to a point where we realize this isn't happening today. So I'm like, can you do the root canal and crown the next day, Tuesday morning. Yeah, we can do that. Okay, so I go home, get up the next day. I'm in a lot of pain because I had to sit at this office from 2 o'clock for like 3 or 4 hours. And I was in a lot of pain when I got home. I was miserable. So, next day, Tuesday, we get up, go back to the dentist, and I'm sitting there. And granted, I forgot to say this, the day before, we paid for my root canal and crown. So we didn't have to mess with that the next day. Oh, that's Patrick. Patrick's home. So yeah, we're on day 2 now. We've already paid for a crown and a root canal. Right? So, Tuesday, I got my appointment. Found out I'm not getting a root canal or a crown. So I'm sitting there in the chair, and the doctor, the dentist who's going to do my root canal and crown comes up. Just looks at my mouth, kind of picks at it. We're not going to be able to do a crown and a root canal. Just says that, like she's pissed. What? You need to have that tooth pulled and an implant put in. What happened to bedside manner? What happened to being a human? And I'm like, what? I was told yesterday I was getting a root canal and a crown put on. That we paid for. Because we were sure that's what it was. And now I'm being told, oh no, you're getting your tooth pulled today. And oh, that implant thing, we're not going to be able to do that for a couple months. So you're going to have a hole in your mouth for Christmas. Because this is Christmas time. Excuse me? Why wasn't that the diagnosis yesterday? And she started getting nervous at this point. And this is the thing I really hate about doctors. Now, you guys know I'm picky about doctors. Well, doctors have different opinions. And that person's opinion was different. My opinion is that you need an implant. But I'm a doctor. And she just kept repeating that. I'm a doctor. And we have different opinions. She just kept repeating that. And I'm like, you're not helping yourself. So you're meaning that I paid for a diagnosis that was not mine. And now you want more money and you're telling me I have to have my tooth pulled. What happened between yesterday and today? She took off at that point when I questioned her about it and going, why did that doctor think I needed a crown, and why do you think I need an implant? Well, the cavity is below the gum line. Okay, that's great. Wasn't that there yesterday? I would have rather heard you need to have your tooth pulled and an implant yesterday, when I paid my money for something else. There's a big difference between that diagnosis and this one. She pulled another doctor out of an oral surgery to see, he thinks the same thing. She comes up and he goes, yeah, that's going to need to be pulled. She goes, see, he thinks the same thing, a second opinion. She was like freaking out. And then she took off. This is where the fun part began. They send this office girl over to show us, you know, about how the implant works, to explain what's going to happen. The doctor's job. This lady has not gone to dentist school. So why is she explaining the procedure to me? She's not even a dental assistant. She's not even an assistant. She's not even in scrubs. And you're having her explain my procedure to me. I went to nursing school before all this medical stuff happened. And I learned that was wrong. That if I did that as a nurse, I would be fired. So why is an office assistant explaining my procedure and the risks to me? That's what pissed me off. That's where I lost it. And then they have us sit there. Now, granted, I had an appointment at 9. We sat there between 9 in that dental chair until noon. And by the time we got out of there, that assistant, she turned out to be really nice. I think she understood what was going on. But she got my procedure moved to one of their other offices where I live with another doctor, thank God. So yeah, I have to have this pulled and everything. But I didn't like how this doctor did it. And I didn't like that she just kept going, I'm a doctor, but I have a different opinion. Yeah. I wanted the right diagnosis yesterday when I paid money for it. And it was not cheap. Even with the insurance, this was all not cheap. We're lucky that we're in a position where we had some money saved and they're going to let us have a payment plan where this isn't going to kill us financially. But the fact that the way I was treated was disgusting. I don't care how long you went to school. I don't care what your degree is in. I don't care that you think you're it and you're God because you went to dentist school. I don't care. I want to be treated like a human, not have you talk down to me like, oh, yesterday's doctor did a different diagnosis on you and this is your fault. You have to have this tooth pulled in. And then the fact that I had an appointment at 9 and I didn't get squared away until noon, which made me almost feel like I really didn't have an appointment, or this doctor really just didn't want to do the procedure. I don't know, but after that, it just went into a shit show, and I'm glad that eventually we were able to get through this, but it kept going like, okay, the implant, right? Oh, it gets better, right? They tell us about the implant, right? And I finally accept it, learning about my procedure from this poor office assistant, right? She explains the whole thing and shows us a little video on an iPad and everything about how this implant's gonna go on and the healing time and how I'm gonna have a hole in my mouth for fucking Christmas. So, fine. She goes, and then the office assistant goes, and hopefully they won't have to do this little sinus augmentation because of where the tooth is. And this is after she had already gone over what it was going to cost and how we were going to pay for the implant and tooth extraction. She throws on another thing. This is when I lost it on the office assistant. I said, don't you come back to me until you have a final diagnosis and bill of everything I have to have. I don't want any more surprises. I don't want to go through another bill and another treatment plan and then have you at the end go, oh, hopefully we won't have to do this sinus thing. Oh wait, yeah, now we do. That's an extra $2,000. What? Maybe this is why the doctor should be explaining it, not the office assistant. So that was the point when I told her, you better not come back to me and tell me what I need to have done and how much it costs until it's all squared away. So we sat there for another hour while she did this. I think she understood how frustrated I was, and it wasn't her job to be telling me what the procedure was and how much and what was all, and it wasn't her job to tell me what the doctor was telling me. So anyway, so end of the thing, end of this complicated story. I'm getting my tooth pulled today, and an implant body. No, I'm getting not an implant body. They're taking the tooth out, and then I have to wait 2 weeks. So they said that that they can put something like a plate or something over it, so it looks like I have a tooth for Christmas. And then I have to wait a couple months because they do a bone graft when they pull out your teeth, so that there's a place for the implant thing to stick in, right? So they do that, and I wait a couple months, and then they'll put the rest of the implant body on, and then it'll be over. But it was just, I don't know, I just felt like I was treated. I didn't feel like I was being treated as a human with respect by this office. That I was just a body in there for them to collect money off of. They didn't care that I was having, because I had told her, I explained it to her. You guys all know about my gallbladder removal, and I'll link my GI video below for you guys so you can check it out, so you guys realize where I'm coming from with this anger. I told her I had my gallbladder removed already, and that wasn't supposed to be removed in the first place. So I was questioning her because I didn't want to have a tooth pulled that didn't need to be pulled. And I don't feel like they cared. I don't feel like they looked at me as, this is a human, this is a person, and this is their body. It was, here is another way for us to collect a check. And the other thing that made me question the whole, why is this going from a crown to yanking my tooth and having me get this implant and augmentation that is thousands of dollars more? They had posters all over their office that advertised that you can get dental implants there for payments as low as $130 a month. There was like 5 different posters. So it made me feel like this was something this dental company did. That they would pull people in, and because they didn't know enough, they would just yank out their teeth and charge them all this money. And granted, this is an insurance company that's actually supposed to be helping me save money in the first place on my dental work. Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, so yeah, couple hours, I'm getting this baby yanked. I'm gonna be really doped up. But yeah, that's what we got planned for today, mermaids. I know, a rant first part of the video, but I had to get this out there. I've been feeling really bad about the way it was treated the last couple days, and I knew if I talked to you guys that you would make me feel better about it, because you guys understand, you know where I'm coming from. You've seen my videos. We've been on trips together. We've gone shopping together. Like, you know me. Yeah. You know, you guys are my mer people. So, love you guys. Anyways, so yeah. I'm gonna eat a little bit. I've been on basically liquids and mush, so I'm gonna have a little bit of leftover Thanksgiving mashed potatoes. Get ready to go to the dentist. So we're off to the dentist, you guys. I'm really scared. I have a lot of anxiety, you know, us with chronic pain, low back pain, pain anywhere, sickness anywhere. I have a lot of anxiety about having to sit still for procedures, so I'm kind of, I'm kind of freaking out, you guys. I don't like it. They said Ooh, sorry, it's shaking there, you guys. I got you on one of my new tripod things. But anyways, yeah, I'm kind of scared, you know, because the one thing I hate is when I'm in that like 9-10 pain with my back, and you just want to crawl away and hide because you hurt so bad. You don't want to be around anybody. You just want to crawl away into a little ball and try to escape from it or something, you know. You don't want to be worked on in your mouth by other people. I just wish this was, you know, not on like a week where I was not doing good already. I was starting to get on top of it, and now back to square one, you guys.
You know, at least they said that this appointment wasn't going to probably be as long as we were at the office yesterday.
They actually said, they said it was probably going to be like
a little bit shorter.
A little bit shorter, so that's good. That's good. Yeah, and this bad boy, he's going to be gone. I was asking Patrick, I go, Patrick, when was the last time the tooth fairy visited you? Right? We're thinking, I think I probably lost one of my last tooths around like 10 or something, 10, 11. Right?
I have no idea. I could have been 12, I could have been 10.
Right.
I have no idea.
Right. I have no clue, you guys. So, question of the day. When was... Oh, sorry, you guys.
I'm apologizing. Keep going.
Shut up! This guy. Question of the day. When was the last time the tooth fairy visited you? Comment below. Yeah, I'm like, so since this is an adult tooth, do I get extra money from it? Because it ain't growing, another one's not growing in.
Well, see, you're not going to be able to put the tooth on your pillows. You ain't getting nothing.
What?
You got to leave the tooth for the tooth fairy.
I think I deserve something. I think I deserve like a trip to Sephora, or, you know, something pretty, or a new shirt, or another hat. You know, I love my hat, or some new art sunglasses, you know. You would think. That bitch should come by and leave me something. The damn tooth fairy. That bitch.
Yeah, that's sexist. You don't know.
What is she doing? Is she selling my teeth on the black market?
You don't know what the she.
I wonder if there is a market for teeth, you know, like maybe the whole tooth fairy thing is actually a teeth trafficking conspiracy. Like maybe somewhere people grind up kid teeth for, you know, like kid teeth for like potions and black magic. That's just a theory. You heard it here first. Tooth fairy conspiracy? Yeah. I'm scared. Hey guys. Next day. I survived. Yeah, so it's the next day. We didn't get home till late last night. My appointment was at 3, as you guys knew, and I didn't get out of there until 7-ish. But it all worked out really well. Like, you know, I ranted about the one office. Their other office is 100% 360 degrees different. This was like, I was shocked at how different this office was compared to their other office. And I was talking to them, and the x-ray tech, when they were x-raying my mouth before they took me back to do the tooth extraction, and she goes, so you were at the other office yesterday? And I go, and I kind of explained to her what happened, and she was like, wow, I'm not surprised. So apparently what I went through wasn't just, it wasn't like, oh, we all had a bad day at the office kind of thing, or this week sucked, or whatever, or that doctor just didn't explain it right that one time. That office seems to have a reputation for not being so good. But this office was, oh my god, it was, the office manager came up and started talking to us. He even started like trying to talk to Patrick, because Patrick was, you know, he took me to the appointment. He was talking to Patrick about baseball. He was trying to find something personal to connect with us about, because he knew I was upset about my experience at the other office, and I was really, really nervous about my procedure having to have a tooth yanked out of my face, you know, so it was super, super nice. And the office manager who helped us take care of the bill and the financial part, she did everything she could to save us money and help us, you know, pay for it and save as much money as we could. It was amazing. And then the dentist, or the periodontist, I think is what they call it, who did my tooth extraction and the bone graft and putting the part of the implant in, he was amazing. He was nice, because I was really, really scared. And they gave me the nitrous oxide, which helps relax you. Made me feel really drunk, which was after I got onto the medication. Now, when I go on to heavy drugs like that, sometimes I freak out. Like, I get anxious. Like, if I'm in the hospital, when I've been in the hospital for my pancreatitis and things, when they've given me, like, heavy opiates, like a Dilaudid, when I go, the first couple minutes of going onto it, I get really anxious. I don't like that feeling that opiates give you in your chest. I don't like that feeling, especially when you get it through an IV, or, you know, you're getting it through your mouth, like, it's hitting you within minutes. It's not like a pill where it takes 30 minutes to an hour for something to kick in. It's like hitting you right then. So it's like, and if you're not used to that, it's scary. So I was really scared, and they're already working on my mouth, and I started crying because, you know, he was getting ready to yank the tooth out, and they're like, there's going to be a lot of pressure, and it's kind of, when they pull the tooth out, and especially an adult tooth, and you're awake for it, it was kind of traumatizing. I don't know if I was crying and upset because, as you guys all know, it's linked below, my GI story, that I had my gallbladder pulled out for no reason. The doctor suspected but despite all the diagnostics they went against what ultrasound, MRI said, and took out my gallbladder, my healthy gallbladder. And so now I have a fear of having something like a tooth removed from my body that I don't necessarily need to have, and that maybe someone's just doing to get money out of me. I have a fear because doctors, dentists, the healthcare company, they make a living off of doing things, prescribing things, taking things, sewing things, putting things into our bodies, into human bodies. That is how they make money. And some of them stop looking at us as people and start looking at us as a paycheck. And that's not right. And so I have a big fear of doctors who are just looking at me as a paycheck, because I have been that patient before. I've been a paycheck to doctors before. Linked below. But this doctor was really kind. He understood. And I told you guys that my irritation yesterday was that I found they kept adding on other things I had to have, and I had to have this sinus lift because of where the tooth was at. That the sinus nerve came down, and they said you're going to have a sinus augmentation so that you don't lose your sense of smell, which I'm like, they told me, if you don't have that done, this done, you're not going to smell. And I looked at Patrick, and I'm like, but Patrick doesn't smell, so, you know, that might not be the end of the world. Anyways, I ended up not having to have the sinus augmentation. The dentist, when he was in there, was able to move that area around and put a membrane, from my understanding. They called it a membrane there so that they could still do the bone graft, and they didn't have to do that part of it, the procedure. So it knocked my bill in half. It knocked the bill in half for me. And we were there longer because they had to redo the contract for us and refigure it, but the Tennessee saved us like $2,000, you guys. That's a real doctor. That's a real doctor. He didn't do the extra procedure on there so that they could collect the extra money. He did what was best for me, and he told us Merry Christmas before he left. It's just, I've never had a doctor do something like that for me before, so, and any of you who know who have been sick, or have had doctors take advantage of you because of the money they can get from your insurance. It was amazing, you guys. So, sorry. It's been an emotional week. My tooth broke. I went through 2 days of being at this shitty dentist office, treated like crap. And then to have someone treat you like a human after going through all that, it feels good. It's something you can't pay for or prescribe. And I wish that more doctors and healthcare people would remember that we're people. We have feelings. This is my body. You know. I get it. You're practicing and you have opinions, but this is my body. I have to live in it. I know you get to take your check and take it down and cash it and go shopping and go on trips and buy your fucking Rolls Royce, but I'm a person. You took an oath. I know a lot of doctors have forgotten that. All they think about is how they're not making what they think they should make from the insurance companies, how government healthcare has screwed them, how hard it's been for them, and how all this time they had to spend in school. And it's fucking selfish. If you wanted to do this for the money, you should have gone to school for something like business or banking or something like that. You shouldn't have gone into healthcare. Any doctor who just sits there and thinks about their paycheck and covering their ass and legal things before their patients doesn't deserve that white coat or that degree. So, that's my rant for the day. That's my story for you guys. There are bad doctors out there. There are very bad doctors out there. And there are very, very good doctors out there. And I have seen both of them. And I was very fortunate enough to see one yesterday for my tooth. So, thank you for hearing me cry, you guys. You know, this week has been really bad, but getting to talk to you guys yesterday and, you know, talk to you about what happened and share that with you, because I know there's a lot of people out there, like, who have gone through things like I have, worse, way worse, have gone through way worse medical mistakes. You know, I have heard so many bad stories, you know, where people were just used by their doctor for money, and I want them to know that there are good doctors out there. They're out there. There are people who went into this for the right reasons. And I think by us patients standing up for our rights, we'll be able to get rid of those doctors who just use us by telling them no, by questioning what they're telling us instead of just blindly being, okay, you can take out my gallbladder, okay, you could just remove this, okay, you could just do open heart surgery. Do your research, question your doctors. It's your body, it's your right. Tell them Desert Mermaid told you that. I'll back you up any day of the week. So yeah, what have I been doing? Well, today I've just been I rested the first part of today, and I've just been trying to get myself going. I went for a walk earlier, which was really nice. That was really cool. Went for a walk. It's kind of cloudy outside, overcast, but my back is actually doing really good. And I think it's because I'm having to keep up because of the mouth thing too. I'm doing really well pain control wise. And what was really great was the first part of last weekend. My back was killing me, and my left SI joint, sometimes when the joints like they get out of alignment and stuff, they'll pinch on a certain nerve and you feel it jetting down your leg, and you're like, and you're just trying to get it to pop back. Well, when I was on the nitrous oxide and laying on in the dentist table, my leg actually popped back into place, so that actually kind of relieved some of the pressure, extra pain I had been feeling over Thanksgiving, which is really cool. So maybe I'm trying to look at this as a blessing in disguise, you know. So maybe that was part of it. And since it's, you know, cloudy weather, overcast, a little bit humidity out there, you know, I'm able to control my pain a little bit better, you know. Having had this done, you know, I'm able to be on top of things a little bit better. So, you know, yeah, so I just been chilling, hanging out. I gotta get on some editing. I haven't uploaded anything in like a while, and I've been filming. You guys have been along with me. I've been filming and stuff, but I need to really get back up on that. So I'm hoping I can sit here and concentrate and work on the computer. I have problems focusing. You guys know. You know, like, I have back pain, and even though you medicate for your pain, sometimes you can't get rid of all of it. So I still have that annoying, like, can't focus on something pain. Like, I've looked back to when I was, like, in school, in college, in nursing school, and I used to have to, like, study at the library for 8 hours, and I'm like, with this pain right now that I have, I couldn't have done that. I don't know how I did it before. But, yeah. Okay, guys, so it's later in the day. See, I already got in the shower earlier. The rest of the day I ended up just kind of hanging out. Went for a walk around the apartments. That was nice. Got out and did some stretching and whatnot. Hung out. Got a little bit organized on the computer. My editing, kind of assessed where I'm at. Feeling pretty good. My mouth is doing really well. The stitches, because I got dissolving stitches in my mouth, are kind of itchy, but I'm doing okay. I'm hanging in there. I did get sick earlier from my meds. I know. I got sick from, I got sick from one of the narcotics that was prescribed to me, and I threw up. And, like, it came out of nowhere, too. It was really disgusting, you guys. Like, I know you guys are spoonies, so I know you don't mind this story, but if you do, just double click and skip. Just skip 10 seconds or 2, but yeah. I was sitting there, and it just exploding vomit, just like, I was like sitting there, and my mom was home at the time, and I'm like, Mom! Yeah, that's what happened. Pretty freaking gross, right? Grossness over. Anyways, yeah. So, but after that I felt better. Hence why I got in the shower. So yeah, I'm gonna go. I am going to eat some, I got some Yoplait Whips yogurt. Those are so good, you guys. Those are yummy, the Whips yogurts. I'm really liking the chocolate Whips. And one of my things I like having for like a dessert at night right now is getting the chocolate Whips yogurt. And I'll mix it with like one of the Greek Whips, either the coconut, they have a coconut macaroon flavor, and then they have a vanilla cupcake flavor. I'll mix it with one of those. So freaking good. It's like having like a chocolate coconut mousse. It's divine. Thank you, Yoplait. But yeah, so I'm gonna eat that, take my antibiotic for this thing, and go to bed. Hopefully I'll be able to keep up with my editing and my vlog game, and we'll have some mermaid adventures coming up soon, you guys. So if you guys aren't subscribed, you hit the subscribe button, and you'd make me really happy if you hit that bell. Ding, 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 ding. You know, I love doing, I think I just love just doing the ding, 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 ding. Anyway, as always, I'm sending lots of love to all the haters and the lovers, because as we know, the haters were loved. Maybe we would all just be lovers, right? I love you guys. I hope you sleep good. Mwah! Mwah! Mwah!